Here is the third and final fan from the estate sale that I went to this weekend. So we already looked at a Tozai 16-inch fan, a Lakewood box fan, and here's another Tozai. This is the 6-inch desk fan. I think these are probably one of the most common 6-inch desk fans ever. They made these for a long time under different brand names. This one is the Tozai Deluxe Personal Fan, model LQ6 from November 95, made in China. Still has rubber feet like the other two fans that I found at that estate sale. This one is basically like new condition. I think it was barely used, maybe for one season, or just used very sparingly. It's pretty clean, no wear on it really, but this fan by itself isn't really that interesting. So for the video, I thought what I'd do is also include this one, which I found at Goodwill about a month ago. It's the same model, same brand, Tozai Deluxe Personal Fan, LQ6. This one is from December 97, so this one is 2 years newer. So I thought we would compare these. And then I remembered that I also have another one of these fans, slightly different, but basically the same. This is the Tatung version. So this one's 95, 97. This one, I still have the box, the user's instructions, warranty, and the receipt. And here's the model number, info, Tatung, model LE6, $6 from September 8th, 1984. So we're jumping 12 to 14 years from this one to those two. Basically the same design. Significant performance difference, though. So, let's start with this one. This one is in basically new condition. This one was not. This one was extremely dirty. The bearings were dry. The motor was discolored from heat and wear. And the motor in this one is pretty tired. It runs about half as fast as this one. Yeah, the high speed on this is like the low speed on this one. So when we do the comparison to the older fan, I'm probably just going to leave this one out. But start with this one, run it on, here's low. And these fans notoriously, the ones from the 90s, I've had a couple of these already, and I ended up like redonating them. I don't have them anymore. I had a white one before, and I had a blue one too. Ended up getting rid of them mostly because of this issue with the blade wobble, and then there's a rattle, of course, that comes along with that too. I think these would be decent fans if it wasn't for that. But aside from that rattle, this would be a pretty good fan, I think. The performance is pretty average. It's decent, but the blade balance is just atrocious. We'll go to high speed. It's gonna rattle a little louder now. And I mean, there's no wear in this motor. It's basically new. Off. Okay, start this one on low. This one rattles too. It's hit or miss with the rattle. But the thrust washers, I don't remember if they completely disintegrated. I think I put them back in there, but they were worn real thin. Like you can hear the play in there and the motor shaft. This one doesn't have any of that play. Yeah, if the rattle in this fan stays away, this would actually be a very good fan for like a close range desk fan, like an office work fan. If you're somewhere where there's other people around and you want a fan that doesn't really make any noise, this would be pretty good. It's just, it gets to rattling and knocking a little bit. And you can see the blade on this one. Terrible. Go high. So that's high speed. I'm going to turn this one on low now. High speed on the pink fan is like low speed on the white one, although I think the white one still moves more air somehow. But I think they're running about the same speed. Go to high speed on this one now. So they're both on high now. So you get the idea. It's kind of tricky shutting that off with the off position in the middle like that. So we'll leave this one out. We're done with that one. And now we'll compare these two. This one, I broke both of the top clips on this when I oiled the fan after I first got it. So this is the only one that I know of that still has all the clips. I was very careful about this one when I cleaned it. Managed to save all the clips. I somehow broke both of those. I did that. This one came already like this. So these are notorious for those clips just breaking. It still has the bottom two. I guess, so the badge on this one's a little different, and then it narrows a little bit towards the front, whereas this one kind of, I don't know if it flares out or if it's just, yeah, it seems like it flares out a little bit on the front. But metal guards, plastic rear guards, basically the same. And this one is the model LQ6 AME. LQ6. Put a low speed on this one. Low on this one. Big difference. Go to high on this one and keep this one on low. So we're on high speed with the Tozai, still on low speed with the Tatone. I think the Tatone on low speed is still stronger than the Tozai on high speed. Go to high speed on this one now. Both on high now. Pretty significant difference. See what it does to the plants. Kind of hard to tell there, but yeah, the fan from the 80s is easily twice as strong as far as air movement goes. Easily twice as strong. Probably, this one's probably at least 3 times as strong as that one back there, but yeah, just a matter of going from to the next decade. Somehow the performance managed to be cut in half, but the other thing that was cut in half was the noise level, and I think that that's probably what's going on here. I don't think that the performance dip was a sign of lacking quality, although this one doesn't have the blade balance issues, so I guess there is that. But I think that the noise level was a problem for these. Turn this one on high. And then this one too. So I think the idea was to quiet the fans down, make them a little more office friendly. That's my theory anyway. But there was a noticeable decline in the blade quality, I think. This one doesn't have the kind of balance issues. This one spins relatively straight. It's not nearly as wobbly as the other two. I mean, it's a little bit, but barely. Very strong desk fan. No rattles or anything weird going on there. It's just a really strong runner. It is loud though, but anyway, that's well, I guess this was the point of the video, was this fan, the Tozai LQ6 from 95, with a little comparison bonus thrown in. Thanks for watching.